Hello students, and welcome to the lesson on derivatives of exponentials with other bases other than e. So in some previous videos, in sections 5.1 and I think 5.2, we proved this result, why the derivative of e to the x is itself e to the x, and therefore the integral or the antiderivative of e to the x dx is also itself plus a constant. Today we'll deal with other bases. So if I have a function f of x equals 3 to the x, how do we find the derivative of that? Well, the main idea here is to rewrite the base 3 here using e. Okay, using e. So what I'm going to do is say, e to some number, e to something, has to be equal to 3. Okay, and then I'm going to solve this little side equation, and that will make our calculus problem quite a bit easier to do. So let's look at this. If I were to solve this equation, take the natural log of both sides. Whoops, this should be natural log of 3. Okay. Using the power rule, bring k out to the front. And natural log of e is just 1. So that means k is equal to 3. So therefore, e to the k, or e to the natural log of 3, is equal to 3. So by solving that equation, we're able to rewrite the number 3 using e. And e is, again, kind of a magical number or a magical result, because once we get something into base e, we are able to take the derivative quite easily. So let's rewrite this now. F of x, instead of 3 to the x, it's going to be e to the natural log of 3 to the x. And it's actually this. It's actually e to the natural log of 3 to the x, which is just equal to e to the natural log of 3 times x. Okay. So this is just rules of exponents. This is effectively the same thing. So this is f of x. Now to find f prime of x, well, it's pretty simple. The derivative of e to the x is just itself. And then you have to multiply it times the derivative of the inside function here. So this is times natural log of 3. Okay. So the derivative of 3 to the x is natural log of 3 times e to the natural log of 3 times x. But wait a minute. There's something else that we can do to make this result just a little bit simpler. So if you notice this block right here, e to the natural log of 3, well, that is equal to 3. Right? This right here, these two parts here are identical based on our little side problem that we did here. So then we can rewrite this and go one further step and say that f prime of x is equal to natural log of 3 times 3 to the x. And that is our final answer. Now, if we continue along this process, we are naturally if we just do some more examples, like what is the derivative of 4 to the x? What is the derivative of 5 to the x, and so on? You're going to see a pattern. And as always in mathematics, whenever we see a pattern, we want to exploit that and generalize it to get a better result. So let's kind of repeat this problem, except this time using a, okay, where a is some constant. So on a side note, we're going to rewrite this in terms of e. So we're going to take a and rewrite it in terms of e. Take the natural log of both sides. This gives me k natural log of e is equal to natural log of a. this goes away. So that means k is equal to natural log of a. Therefore, e to the k, but k is equal to natural log of a. So e raised to the natural log of a is equal to a. Okay? So you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm basically redoing this problem, but instead of using a raw number, I'm replacing it with a letter to generalize the process. And now let's do the same thing here. Rewrite f of x. Instead of a to the x, I'm going to rewrite it using e. So this is going to be e to the natural log of a. Okay, so this here is just another way of writing a raised to the x power, which is equal to e raised to the natural log of a times x. That's this is here is laws of exponent. Okay. And then now we can take the derivative. F prime of x is, well, the same thing, e to the natural log of a times x, times the derivative of the inside function, which is just natural log of a. Okay, and then you can anticipate probably what I'm going to say next. Well, wait a minute, isn't this something that we've seen before? It's right here, right? This is, in fact, just equal to a. So e to the natural log of a is equal to a. So we can rewrite our final answer now as f prime of x is equal to natural log, whoops, not LA, natural log of a times a to the x. And there you have it. And this rule is pretty simple to memorize when you get into testing season, to memorize it, but it's also essential that we're able to see where this stuff comes from and not that it's just some sort of arbitrary formula. Alright, well, I'm going to stop the video right here. The next set of videos will deal with what happens when we take the derivative and integrals of natural log. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.